ABC's Martha Raddatz said something about Kamala Harris's debate performance during the vice presidential debate that some feel is controversial. And I think that we need to adjudicate it here on TYT Supreme Court. One thing was clear from the debate between Mike Pence and Kamala Harris. Mike Pence did not in any way respect the rules of the debate and was constantly speaking over both Kamala Harris and the debate moderator. And so people felt that Mike Pence was engaging in a lot of mansplaining last night, and Martha Raddatz has her own thoughts. So let's hear what she has to say and decide whether or not she's right.
When I hear people talk about mansplaining and talk about these things with Kamala Harris and a man shouldn't interrupt her and it's gonna look bad, Kamala Harris is a vice presidential candidate. She should be able to stand up for herself. Yes, it's history making. Yes, you can talk about her history and who she is, and she's a woman of color there. But a man can interrupt another vice presidential candidate. It is up to that candidate to talk back, to interrupt themselves, or to hold on to that debate in any way they could.
So, Cenk, I'm really curious what you have to say. I can share my thoughts first if you'd like.
No. I want to mansplain it to you first.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm ready for it.
First of all, we're both curious what you guys think. So we already have a poll on this, tyt.com/polls. First of all, if you want to see all of our polls, including my favorite, Elon Musk, yes or no. But tyt.com/polls/mansplain, if you want to just go specifically to this one, was Pence mansplaining. Okay, I'm with Martha Raddatz. No, we're grown-ups here. We're in a vice presidential debate. One side interrupts, that's called politics. Your job is to fight past that and debate him. Here's how I think it would have been mansplaining. If they got into a debate about Roe versus Wade and Kamala Harris did what I thought she should have done, which is say, Mr. Vice President, you don't get to control my body. I control my body. That's called freedom. And then he said to her, well, let me explain your body to you, okay? And why you shouldn't have freedom over it. Okay, that's mansplaining, right? No. You don't have to explain her body to her. But if you say any interruptions or any debate back and forth with a woman is mansplaining, then I guess we can't ever have a debate with a woman. And then that disempowers women. And I think it's counterproductive. That's my take, but I'm a dude. What do you think?
Well, I 100% agree with Martha Raddatz. First off, if you just take a look at what the strategy has been by the Trump campaign so far, interrupting is their strategy. Trump did it over and over and over again when he was debating Joe Biden. It was irritating, it was annoying, but Joe Biden bit back with, why don't you shut up, man, right? Something like that. And yeah, you're right in that I think sexism exists, of course. I don't think that it really played a role in that debate between Pence and Kamala Harris. I think that it's just their strategy. They don't want their opponent to get a word in, and they want to dominate. That's what their plan is, and that's what they carried out in both situations. I think Pence was a lot better at carrying out that strategy, appearing calm and composed, and it was honestly not a great performance by Kamala Harris. Who cares what the rules are? You have one party completely disrespecting the rules. If you're just gonna be the good guy and stay quiet and refuse to play the same game, yeah, you're gonna get trampled over. And that's exactly what happened during that debate. And I like it when women are faced with situations like that and they show their strength. And I get it. People are gonna say, well, she's a black woman, and if she had spoken out more aggressively, well, then she'd be criticized as an angry black woman. To which I say, have you guys checked out what people are saying about Kamala Harris today as she remained calm and did her best to avoid speaking over Pence or violating the rules? They're still gonna call her all sorts of names because they're the opponents. Who cares what they have to say? What matters is that you hold Trump and Mike Pence accountable for all of the insane, atrocious things they've done over the last 3.5 years. This is your opportunity to make your case. And look, you want to talk about your personal story? Awesome, I think that's great. But when everything has to do with your personal story, as you shy away from holding them accountable for specific harm that they've done to this country, well, then you're gonna drop the ball, you're gonna lose the debate. And that's what happened last night. I can't stand when people fall back on the excuse of, oh, it's because I'm a woman. And I know Kamala Harris isn't saying that, but everyone surrounding her and supporting her is saying that. And I feel like it's a cop-out. Women are strong. We've had to work twice as hard in order to get into the positions that we're in today. So we know what it's like to fight. Now is the time to fight. And Kamala Harris has it in her. I just don't know why she shied away from that last night.
So first of all, Anna, you were wondering what the quote is. It's okay, we have it in our gears. Will you shut up, man? That's the mask version. We also have the shirt version of it. ShopTYT.com, ShopTYT.com. All right, now seriously, back to this point. Look, let me explain what I think is the difference between sexism and non-sexism. A focus group that Frank Luntz, the Republican pollster, did right after the debate had 9 men and 4 women. And the words that they used, the men used to describe Kamala Harris was abrasive and condescending. Now, but wait a minute. If she was, I'd say, well, look, I can't tell if it's sexism or because she was really abrasive, and so it's not fair to call it sexist. But Kamala Harris, on purpose, did not fight back. She was soft as a pillow, or as soft as the other side of the pillow, I think is the saying. So, and if you call that super soft performance abrasive and condescending, now you got your own issues that you're in your own life with women that you're projecting onto her. And I can see the sexism in that. But if you say, on the other hand, if the left then turns around and says, anytime that Mike Pence interrupts or explains something to Kamala Harris in a debate that's mansplaining, okay, I don't want anybody to interrupt overall, though it happens in debates, but you have to explain things to the other side. That's called a debate. So no, when you do that, guys, in my mind, I think you lose credibility. It sounds like you don't want to debate. And are you kidding me? We should be chomping at the bit to debate these clowns. And finally, from my point of view, I actually think that it's really disrespectful to women to treat them differently. To say, oh, okay, we got to put on kid gloves. It's a woman. I wouldn't want to mansplain anything to her, so I'll just tread lightly. That means you don't respect her. No. I think if I was debating Kamala Harris, I'd go 1,000%, and that's because I don't want to lose. I think she might beat me. If I thought she was a child, I'd be like, okay, all right, now I just I don't want to offend anyone, so I would talk like this. Come on, that's way more disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, look, I agree with that, and I would find it super insulting if that's the case. Look, the Trump campaign is going to play all sorts of dirty tricks in order to steamroll the Biden-Harris campaign. They should know that, and they should strategize accordingly. That's my only say. I think that she squandered an opportunity last night. I think that she has moments that are incredibly strong, especially when she's questioning people testifying under oath during some of these Senate hearings. That's when she really shined. So I know she has it in her. And if she was really advised by strategists to conduct herself the way that she did during that debate, get rid of them immediately, because I think the most appealing thing for me, at least when it comes to Kamala Harris, is when she shows her strength. And so she should never downplay that strength out of fear that opponents are gonna call her angry or whatever it is. Again, who cares what they have to say? What matters is that the majority of Americans right now, the majority of likely voters are angry. They're directly impacted negatively by Donald Trump's policies. And they're really relying on you to speak to those issues and hold these people accountable. So do it.
So last thing is, I think whether it's Democratic consultants or Democratic leadership, You have got to stop letting the Republicans live inside your head. Now, that's a line that's used often on the internet, does not apply to progressive fighters. We fight back super aggressive and we don't give a damn what Republicans say. But for Democratic establishment, they really do. Their number one go-to line is, yeah, but what will the Republicans say? Who gives a damn what the Republicans are gonna say? You make your own case, you do it super forcefully and let them respond. So, oh my God, they're gonna call her an angry black woman. They called her that anyway. They called her abrasive anyway. You're never gonna win that battle. Oh, but what if they call Democrats socialist? Donald Trump called Joe Biden a socialist dozens of times, and today called Kamala Harris a communist. So who cares what they say? They always say the most outrageous things, no matter what you do. So you might as well actually fight for your own side.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.